you on this World Autism Awareness Day, and we hope that it inspires others to do more of what you have done.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's an absolute privilege to be an affiliate card clinic. We are only experts in South Africa and Africa because we have learned from the experts. I want to add that in South Africa and around Africa, there is no government funding. There are no medical insurance grants, and so we are fighting very hard with the Department of Education in South Africa to try and get the very much needed help for children suffering from autism in South Africa. I want to share with you that on Friday I met with a psychologist and a speech therapist from a clinic in South Africa called Tembisa Clinic, which is situated in a very underprivileged area. They let me know that their parents give up a loaf of bread to take that money for transport to bring their child into Tembisa Clinic to receive speech therapy services. This is the dedication of the underprivileged parents in South Africa that I'm hearing about, and these parents haven't yet had the opportunity to put their child in an ABA program. I mean, they don't have enough money for food. In South Africa, the government is very concerned about medical issues such as HIV and tuberculosis, that's TB. So very little funding is left for autism. And I'm very determined to make changes. I know that CARD has a skills online program for American families who are living in outlying areas or not near a CARD site. And in South Africa, in the underprivileged communities, skills would not be able to be a reality because they don't have access to the internet. So we're hoping to do an outreach project with Tembisa Clinic and to try and help those children. They let me know that they're diagnosing at least 6 children a week. So I know you and I discussed the statistics recently, and I asked you what the latest stats were from the CDC. And when people ask me in South Africa, you know, what are the stats coming out of South Africa? I don't feel that there's a recognized body in South Africa that are taking accurate statistics currently. I always quote your statistics in the CDC. But as an organization servicing children with autism, I sadly can report that we are receiving around just South Africa 12 to 15 new requests for services a week. And most of those parents we sadly cannot help because, again, in South Africa, ABA is privately funded. There is no medical insurance. There are no government grants. And so it's a very, very desperate situation. I want to share one more story with you. The psychologist from the Tembisa Clinic let me know that there was a 10-year-old child that came to the clinic, and the mother, who's currently been admitted to hospital, the mother has tried to kill him 3 times. How she does this is she gives him triple the dose of his Risperdal. And she asked me if I knew of any boarding facility. And so I had to let her know that I didn't. There are no boarding facilities or facilities to cater for the needs of such children, or a proper foster home that would take on such child. So I know that in America, autism is a crisis. In South Africa, even more so.
Well, my breath is taken away. I'm so glad you shared this with us, because especially on this day where awareness is the watchword of the entire world, you've certainly opened our eyes and made us grateful for the things that we have here, and made us aware of the fact that we all need to be pitching in to make a difference for all of the kids around the world. Ilana, our time is almost up, but I'd like to take a moment to have you tell our viewers if they're in Africa or South Africa, what's the best way to get a hold of the Star Academy so that if they have the means and the ability to get services, that they can connect with you?
So the best way to connect with us is to go onto our website. That's www.thestaracademy.co.za.
Wonderful. And I know I'm going to be haunted by our conversation, so I'm going to ask you this now. If they don't have internet, it's not just if people wanted to donate old computers, would that help at all? Or do they actually need the wiring to get the internet there as well? Is the infrastructure there that if there was a computer that it would be helpful?
So that's a very good question, and that's very kind of you to consider assisting. I don't think donating the computers would help because it's very expensive to use internet in South Africa, and these parents are living in areas where they don't have electricity, they hardly have running water. Also, I should mention that often these parents feel that the children are bewitched, so they take them to African healers. And I've heard of stories where they will chain them to the stove for the day or have the sibling look after the child. I don't know if we have the answers, and we can think about ways to help, but it would be amazing to do something. We at Star Academy work with the privileged South Africans who can afford our services, and we are just starting an outreach program with Tembisa Clinic, so we can always chat about what we can do, but it is extremely sad in South Africa.
Okay. Well, we're going to put our minds to this, and hopefully together and with the help of all of our viewers, we're going to come up with some solutions to make progress, because that's what we always want is progress.